Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Tabby, and in today's video I wanted to show you some of the products in my collection that I consider to be essentials. Now these form the base, or they form the core of my entire skincare routine. These are what I've been able to build up from and add additional ingredients that I wanted to use to address certain conditions that were going on with my skin. These are products that I always fall back on when I don't have time to, or when I'm not feeling too good, as was the case this year, and I really wasn't up to participating or having elaborate skincare routines. These were the skincare products that kept my skin in the same condition that it was before I stopped with all those, the retinols and the glycolic acids. These were the products that kept my skin in check whenever there were issues, because there will be issues. Skin is a living cell, and it's always responding to any stimulus that is happening within our body or even our environment. So whenever there was irritation that I was experiencing, these were the products that I relied on heavily, and they were able to help me correct and restore my skin back to its original condition. Now I'm doing all of this hoping that it's going to help some of you be able to create your own base from which you can build from, and then incorporate other ingredients that may help you address any other skincare concerns that you may have in your skincare journey. Now, without wasting any more time, let's get started with this video. All right, the first essential worker in my routine that I want to show you is my morning cleanser. Now, I don't know if I mentioned it here on YouTube, but over the years I have been relying heavily on a salicylic cleanser in the morning, and I find that using it in the morning actually helps keep the breakouts that I would usually experience around my monthlies at bay. I don't experience those breakouts if I'm consistent with my salicylic acid cleanser. But if I stop, I will get texture and I will get maybe a pimple here and there. So this has since become one of those cleansers. If I need to pack to go somewhere quickly, I am always taking my morning cleanser. Of course, the way that I use it is going to depend largely on how my skin is feeling every single day. So I do a quick skincare scan every morning before I use my cleanser. If my skin feels like it's a little, it's under stress and there's no need for me to be using a salicylic acid cleanser that may possibly strip it further, I will pull back and not use a cleanser. I will just rinse. But typically, I will use this cleanser 4 or 5 times a week. If in the winter, then it will be less. But this is a staple in my collection. Let's just get the cleansers out the way. So in the morning, I will wash with a salicylic acid cleanser. But at night, I find that the cleansers with the actives don't really do a good job of cleansing the skin and removing all the makeup and the buildup of sunscreen and the sweat and the dust. Then I prefer to just use a normal standard cleanser with just surfactants. That is just going to focus on removing the dirt out of my face. Then for any pore clearing, I'm going to rely on that morning cleanser. Now, again, this cleanser that I use in the evening is not going to have any, healing properties to my skin. It's just going to basically clean my skin. And I am happy with that. The one that I've been using recently has been the mild face wash from Standard Beauty, but you can use any other cleanser that you feel comfortable with. But my evening cleanser has surfactants and no actives, and then my morning cleanser has salicylic acid. So those are the 2 cleansers that I consider to be staples in my routine. I know you may be wondering why it is that I don't use a gentle cleanser. I'm not confident in the way, those gentle cleansers, the lotion-like cleansers, I'm not confident in the way that those clean the skin. And I've actually never felt like I needed one, because even the cleansers with actives nowadays are formulated gently. So I'd rather just, cleanse whilst I get some pore clearing action, and using a cleanser that performs quite like a gentle cleanser but has actives and has dual functionality. I hope I'm making sense. That is why I've never felt the need to have a gentle cleanser in my collection, but I do keep it for those days when my skin feels a little tight and I don't want to rinse. Then I just pick it up and I use it, but that rarely happens. It happens once every 6, 8, 10 weeks, maybe 3 months. It doesn't really happen, because like I said, cleansers nowadays are formulated gentle all across the board, whether they have actives or not. In the the previous video that I did mention that my skin is still dry and I still experience a lot of itch. Now, there are many moisturizers on the market, but the ones that I tend to gravitate towards and the ones that I feel help my skin and keep those itch sensations in check are the ones that contain ceramides. I've been using Bioderma's Atodem Intensive Balm ever since we started on this channel, I think about 2 years ago. I haven't stopped using it. This is my go-to moisturizer for winter and for summer. I find that whenever my skin is going through, maybe if it's oily or it's irritated or whatever it is that it may be happening on my skin, or if it's itchy, you know, sometimes you just get a random itch and a red bump just breaks out. If I apply this and I go to bed, I'll wake up, it would have fixed it. So this is one that I still heavily rely on and one that I still recommend till this day. And it is part of my essential skincare. It is probably my number two after sunscreen. That is the Bioderma Atodem Intensive Balm. No list of essential skincare is complete without sun protection. I do credit what I've been able to do with my skin to my consistent use of sunscreen. Now, I do want to clarify that sunscreen is not going to necessarily help you clear your dark spot or your hyperpigmentation, but it will protect your skin from the sun, and it will protect your skin from the sun, you know, unleashing further damage on your skin and giving your skin the space to be able to heal itself. The products that are actually going to help you correct your dark spot and your hyperpigmentation are the products that you use at night. I want to stress this again. In the morning, we protect, and at night, we will treat. We cleanse and protect in the morning. At night, we will cleanse and treat. That is when most of the healing will occur. And then during the day, you're just protecting your skin so that that doesn't reverse the work that your products did the night before. That concludes my list of essential skincare. But I do, of course, have other products that I rely on whenever I experience some unexpected irritation, because I can protect my skin and prevent incidents from happening as much as I can. But the skin, again, is a living cell, and it is going to do what it is that it's going to do. Sometimes I can't prevent it. Sometimes I'm just going to break out because it's the monthlies again. So I do have those products that I rely on when that happens. I will do a video on those, and then I will show you all the other ingredients that I was able to add to these essential items. I hope this was helpful to somebody, and thank you so much for joining me. Have a lovely day, everybody.